So I'm just here with Karma, and we're going to be working on our heel/follow command. So as we walk out, I'm going to turn away from Karma, and the moment I turn away from her, you'll see she gets near the end of the leash, and as she hits the end of the leash, at that moment, I'm tapping on the stimulation on my remote collar. Most of this is done non-verbally, so I'm simply walking back and forth and changing directions randomly, applying stimulation anytime Karma becomes too distracted or wanders towards the end of the leash. That first correction at the beginning of the video is one of the only times I actually need to correct her during this session, and she falls right into place in that heel command. So when she's in that heel position, we'll add some praise, we will add some affection. When she's out of that position, we'll simply tap our stimulation and praise when she comes back into the position beside our left leg. By doing this, we're teaching her that staying behind that left leg and watching where I'm going instead of trying to make her own path is the most beneficial thing for her. She can avoid the corrections that way, and she must learn to focus on where we are going instead of where she would like to go. Now that she's walking further behind me, I begin to use spatial pressure to make the boundary even more clear for her. As she pushes up into my space behind me, I turn and orient my body towards her and step into her space, causing her to back up. As I do this, I'm pairing it with a correction on the e-collar. So as I step into Karma's space, I'm also applying the e-collar to add some more meaning to my spatial pressure. I expect Karma to back up out of my space and stay within a certain distance of me. Now we also begin to work on her automatic sits. So as I come to a stop, she's expected to sit and wait patiently until I begin moving again. When I begin moving again, I will prompt her with either a heel command or a tap on the tone on the remote collar, or both. So every time I'm taking a turn or restarting my movement, I'm tapping on the tone button or giving a heel command to let the dog know that I'm going to be making a direction change and they need to follow me. So that tone is essentially a warning, and if they do not hear the tone or they ignore the tone or heel command, a correction on the e-collar is applied. Again, using spatial pressure to move Karma away from me. You see I step in and use my knee. I extend my knee towards Karma and Karma backs away. So I put my knee down and continue moving forward. This is how spatial pressure works. We apply the pressure by moving in towards the dog, and once the dog yields to that pressure, we remove that spatial pressure. We remove ourselves from their space, and it's a very, very important and natural way to be able to communicate with a dog is using spatial pressure and non-verbally. So it's simply just using your body language to manipulate the dog and their position with you. So you can see that happen here a few times.